mental health is really important to me in life now. And Ryan was in the car the other day with a client of mine that I sent away to deal with some trauma, not rehab, not alcohol and drugs, which I've done that 6 or 7 times with different athletes. But this is more just childhood trauma, some other forms of addiction, that sort of stuff. And Ryan and I were driving out to the desert, and he's very close with this person too. So I felt comfortable, and it is what it is. But Dave, I didn't catch. And Dave committed suicide, and it's unfortunate. But he was just different. He was built different. And you got to remember, like him and Carrie, and I think Carrie talked on the podcast we were the same age, basically. McGrath and I are 2 days apart, and our daughter and son were born 2 days apart, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And Jeremy and I are the same age. You were there, 40th birthday. We celebrated together in Cabo.
Yep.
So we're the same age. And so like when I started this, I was learning with them, right? So like I would be like, Mira was like, because Mira was the king of no. And that's how I learned the power of no and how much money. Like I remember bringing this, he had already had Slim Jim, and I brought it to a different level. But even Dodge, he'd be like, nah, Steve, I'm not doing it. I'm like, dude, it's Dodge trucks. Like we're bringing them in the industry, and they're going to pay you $500,000. He's like, yeah, but you got this other company now paying me $750. Like money was getting big. And I'm like, buddy, just da-da-da-da. And I remember the next event I went to, I was like, hey, I think if you hit that trick, whatever. He goes, listen, I'll pedal the bike, you do the deals.
Yeah, I love that, bro. I love that. That's my favorite Dave Mira quote.
He was a
ever.
different human. Like when he got
on the scary, bro.
He was scary. When he got on the ramp, Bear, everybody else was like second, third place.
If he didn't not
because
like
he just
you,
mentally, him and Sean Palmer,
he won.
I don't know if there was better.
He won walking into the event.
Yeah,
seriously,
yeah.
like
and
every single event I've ever seen him at.
If he did not like you, you knew it right away. If he did like
the amount of fights I was in with
you
that guy,
actually felt like you had a personal security, like Secret Service killer with
remember
you
when
at
he
all
fight
points.
Deegan?
I remember
He'd fight
Gravity
anybody.
Games. Him and Deegan and like a bunch of the BMXers and a bunch of the moto dudes got in a fight on the escalator at Gravity Games. Like, dude,
But
Providence,
Dave
Rhode
fought
Island.
his own peers.
Dave
Dave fought other BMX guys. Jay Miron knocked on his door one night in the hotel in
This is
Connecticut.
crazy
And
story,
kept knocking
too.
on the door. And Dave was trying to be like, look, dude, I don't want to do this. I want to do this. And it was like 2 in the morning, he's still banging on the door. And finally Dave goes, all right, we're going to do it. Dave opened the door with fucking boxers, smashed a plate from room service on Miron's head, and just started beating the shit out of Jay and goes, I told you I didn't want to do this. And then goes back in his room, go to bed.